What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show at Sugar Pearl Studio Kitchen Live. It's time to get cooking good looking. That's right. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. To be on time, honey, is to be late. Let's be on time. Hey, you. Hi there. So of course, we're coming up to Easter, and my favorite thing around Easter time is lamb, honey. So of course, I went back and got that those lamb chops that I saw that I told you about last week. Hey, hey, Keisha. So I got the lamb chops, French style. And I'm just gonna slice it. So I've got about 4 pieces here, and I'm just gonna slice down each side. First, I'm gonna take the fat cap off. This is what keeps this chop so doggone tender. And that's why I tell you that you may think lamb is intimidating to cook. Oh, I can't cook lamb. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's very easy. Now, the taste of it, if you're not used to it, yeah, you can taste the field, so to speak. You can taste the field. A very green, herbaceous undertaste in your lamb. Hey, Rumi. Lamb, I know. Yeah, you done perfected them now. So it was Easter and I just had to have some. So I found some, and I'm glad that I waited to buy them, because when I went back to the store today to get these, they were, I think I saved $6. Yeah, $6. So that was really good. So the only thing that we're going to do is remove some of the skin and take the fat cap off. Now, the best way to do the fat cap, like I said, this is what is keeping your meat tender. Uh, you can just slip your finger up under it. It's okay. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm just pulling the tissue back. Okay. I don't want to pull too much of it off. Okay, but yeah, there we go. I want to get a nice little layer on top of the meat if I can. Okay, so once you start pulling and pulling, then the cap will start to release itself. Now, I forgot to give you a tip. Y'all, I done started the show. I'm so rude. I ain't welcome you to my queendom. Hey, this is where the magic happens. This is where I make and break all the rules. Yeah. I follow most kitchen rules, but sometimes I just go with the flow. So, hey, the website is sugarpearlsonline.com. YouTube is Sugar Pearls, and Instagram is sugarpearls_online. Okay. All right. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it. I put it right over there so you can see. Okay. So all I'm doing, like I was saying, before you cook your lamb chops, take them out and just sit them out for about 15 minutes on the counter. Okay. Just sit them out for about 15 minutes just to kind of loosen it up so that it's not, you don't want to I tell you this all the time, especially when you're doing like a steak or something. Same thing applies here. You're not really going to get any toughness out of this because of all this fat that was, surrounding it. But you don't want to ever put cold meat on the griddle. Okay. All right. So just sit it out for about 15 minutes or so. That's all the fat that I'm going to take off. I'm going to leave this on because, it'll melt. It'll cook in with what we're going to do. All right. I'm going to save this because I'm probably going to use it for something else in the future. I don't know what. Okay. But I'm going to sit this over to the side for a second. Okay. So what we've got to go with our lamb chops tonight, and let me say, so this is not going to be a heavy recipe at all. I really wanted something light. Um, so we're going to grind up our spices and all of that stuff in our mortar and pestle. Um, but yeah, I want to keep the recipe light. Okay, so it's not. I don't have any potatoes. I've got Brussels sprouts. Okay, that I put in a pot of hot water. I didn't even let the water boil. I just put it in hot water on the stove for about 15 minutes. And after a while, I took it out and it is perfectly tender. I know you can't tell right now, but when I squeeze, there's like juice popping out of it. So I split them in half after I boiled them. So all I did was cut the little tip off, wash them, and then put them in the hot water. Then when they cooled down, I took them out and then I split them in half. Hi, Kay. Hey, boo. Hey, sugar. Okay. And look what I've got now. So now I'm after blanching these Brussels sprouts. They're beautiful and green, and we're gonna season it up in a little bit. And we're gonna broil it in our pan that I've already got ready. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do, welcome to the show. If you're just here, hey baby, all the instructions you need right there on the side of the windows there, on that side and on that side. You see where to subscribe. Okay, don't act like it's reading is fundamental, hunty. All right, so get your mortar and pestle. A few things we're gonna put in here. Before I do that, let me do some rough chops. Okay, so when I say I'm keeping this recipe relatively bright, I'm so lazy. I just say it's Whole Foods to trim the fat. I know. Target has good lamb too. Oh, wow. And the mint. My dad loves mint jelly. I am not a fan, but daddy loves it. Okay. So we're not even gonna have that. We're gonna make almost like a vinaigrette for this after we sear it in our griddle. So I've got my griddle here and it's got some little ridges. I just season the pan with a heavy amount of olive oil so it can get ready. And I'm gonna turn it on to warm up. All right, but let's when I say brightness, there are gonna be some citrus notes in here. So I'm going to get the zest of this lemon. Where's my zester? Here we go. Get the zest of this lemon out. I've even got a finger of ginger. All right, and we're gonna grind that up. Put it in our mortar and pestle with some mint, some rosemary. Oh, you talk about flavor on top of flavor through flavor, honey. It is an easy lamb recipe. Yes, you can make this. Yes, you can. All right, so I'm just gonna zest uh, as much as the yellow. Okay, so you're just rotating it. You don't, as I always say, you don't want to get the white meat of the citrus that you're using because that's the bitter part. But the very bright part of it, which in our case is this bright yellow lemon, see that? That's going to be in our little marinade. Okay, so the vinaigrette that we're making, it's a marinade. So if you wanted to do this early, you could and just let it sit in this marinade. But because I'm showing you from start to finish, I'm going to, this is a quick marinade, okay? Very quick. But I suggest if you make it, let it sit in it for a minute. And then that mint and rosemary actually have a chance to go through your meat, okay? So I've got some ginger, oh yeah, lemon zest, ginger, there we go. If you wanted to pulse these in the blender, you could. I've got mine over there, but I'm not going to take it out today. I'm just going to do it in the mortar and pestle, which I got today, by the way. You know, I had this little one for the longest. And I was like, I need a pretty substantial mortar and pestle. So I went to, hi Don Simber, hey lady, how are you? Long time. Hi Mayhew, thank you guys for being here. It's Sugar Pro Studio Kitchen Live. So what I'm doing is just grating up some ginger. I just zested a lemon, so I've got that. I'm gonna rough chop this rosemary and mint, put a bit of garlic in there, and ooh, I got a lot out of that. Okay. Oh, I love fresh ginger. Now I have the one in the tube, and I love it. But you know, for this recipe tonight, it was really, really important for me, especially tonight, because it is like an Easter dish. I wanted things to be green. Okay, so you won't even find me using a lot of powder spices in this recipe because I want it to be pure. I want you to be able to taste the notes of the lemon, and we're going to use a red wine vinegar in it. For our vinaigrette, I don't want that big stem of rosemary because it can be quite hard. Okay, just peel it off. There we go. So we've got, let's get some onion. Got a little red onion, that's all. Not going to go too heavy on the onion. But, hey, if you are tuned in right now, share the video. Thank you. There we go. Okay. And I can rough chop those because they're going in my mortar there. All right, let me turn this down. Get you off. That pot is ready for some meat to go in it, honey. All right, but we're not ready just yet. Okay. In your mortar and pestle or your blender or whatever it is you want to use. Okay. Toss your little onion in there, a little ginger, lemon zest, rosemary. I'm just going to tear the mint. I don't have to worry about cutting it. Just the leaves of this mint. And you'll be able to get the, like I said, the citrus, but then you'll have the notes of the mint and the rosemary, and everything is, I mean, it's going to blend to make its own flavor profile. And that's what we want. Okay. So to this mixture, let me add a little garlic. Okay. I'm gonna go just two bulbs. Okay, we're not gonna go crazy with the garlic. Like I said, we want to keep this recipe kind of pure. Almost like if you were to go to Greece and have lamb, you know, you're not gonna find it very heavily seasoned, but it will be well seasoned. Okay, so the garlic goes in there. That's just 2 bulbs. I'm gonna get a squeeze of this lemon. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. To this, are you keeping notes? Are you keeping up? Keep it up. Okay, we're gonna throw half a teaspoon, okay, of turmeric. That's just gonna give our chops a really beautiful color. To that, I was supposed to loosen this jar up before the show started and forgot. To that, you're gonna add some capers, and you can add as much or as little as you want. I like capers, especially when they're so tiny like this, because it's so sweet. They got like a little sweet acid bite to it, which is really good. So I'll just use the other end of my spoon just to Get some of them out of there. I don't want a lot of the brine that it's in, but I want those capers in there. Ooh, that one burning. Okay. All right. Okay. Now to this, I'm gonna add, which is totally optional, but like I said, we get our metabolism working this way. Okay. So I've got a teaspoon of red pepper flakes and some of that cumin, which is perfect for lamb. Okay. So when you're seasoning, use who is that? Hey Sheena. Make sure that you add a little cumin to it. It really does bring out the best in a meat that you're using. Okay, so let's do about a teaspoon of cumin. Okay. All right. Okay, now I've got my brown sugar. Trying to stay away from white sugar as much as possible. So just about a teaspoon and a half. All right, so there we go. Teaspoon and a half. There we go. Okay, and let's start to grind everything up before we add our liquids. Okay. Hi, Nicole. Hi, baby. Thank you. So all of my spices are in here. You're seeing this from start to finish. The mint, the rosemary, the cumin, the garlic, some onions, some lemon zest, a little ginger. And we're just gonna blend it all together. And I like doing it this way. When I do it like this, like in a mortar and pestle, when you're like beating out your own spices and stuff, to me it almost make your food taste better to me, because it's kind of rustic, kind of old school. You get pieces of the veggie. It's not finely ground. I just like that. That's just me. I'm just like that. Okay. And we just want to kind of pound until it's almost a paste. And then we can add our red wine vinegar and our oil. This is so good. Okay, until you got this. See, it worked down to almost nothing. Look at that. Honey, but that smell, that brightness, that fragrance, it's got its own floral notes in there. I just need for you to know. I need for you to smell this. Okay. You can go in with I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna just hit it with a little bit. I don't know how much it was. Would you say like a quarter of a cup? Maybe a quarter of a cup? Here we go. Oh, some good olive oil, honey. Oh, gosh. It smells so good. We put a little turmeric in it. What else do we put in here? I said the ginger, yes. Oh, some capers are in here too. Okay. And now we've got this. Okay. So this is going to be the quick marinade for our lamb steaks. The measurements that I gave you, use those. because it's what? Perfect, honey. Ooh, I amaze me. I do, because sometimes when I do these things, I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't always know. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just trying things out for the first time with you guys. But to me, this, like, the marinade seemed like something Gordon Ramsay would do. So it was like, I want to do that. Cause I know he's a jerk, but I love him. I love him. I think he makes me a better cook. All right, so we're just gonna slice down one bone at a time. Now, some people do two bones, and that's good. Sometimes when you go into a fancy restaurant, they'll have it cut two and two, which is good. You get a little more meat. Um, but usually, if you do that, the meat on the center is going to be a little more rare. And if you're not a fan of more rare, then you're going to send it back. You're going to complain. All right. So I like to cut mine one at a time. I know I look like I'm making a mess of it, but I'm trying to keep the meat intact, so it's not. There we go. Because remember, we got some of that fat on there too. And down the last one. Oh yeah. You can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's sit that there for a second. Okay. What I want to do, because I need to get this out of the way. All right. What I want to do is go ahead and get my, excuse me, Brussels sprouts on. So I got my towel. I want to go ahead and get my Brussels sprouts in the oven. They don't need to cook forever, but then again, neither are the lamb chops. Okay. About 4 minutes on each side, maybe 4. For me, probably a little less. All right. Just because olive oil goes on the Brussels sprouts. Salt. All right. Good amount to get down in there. And, you know, I don't want to not use the rest of these veggies. So I'm just going to, just throw them in there. Like some of that rosemary that I cut up, I didn't use. Just throw them on in there. Why you trying to make things so complicated? Just use it. Just throw it in. Okay. Salt is in there. Let's go around with a little bit of pepper. Do I need something else? I don't think so. Fresh cracked pepper. Okay. Just give it a toss. Ooh. Yes, honey. Okay. Now, when you put these on your tray, don't crowd them like potatoes. When we do potatoes, we're roasting. Don't crowd them. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Kind of space them out so that they can ventilate a little bit. I'm going to turn some up and some down. That way I've got some pieces that are kind of charred. I know. My sister Patricia loves Brussels sprouts. And do you know what she mixes with hers when she roasts them? Blueberries. Blueberries. Yes. Blueberries. I never heard of it. I never tasted it. But in a weird way, I can see how that might be good. I thought about trying it with this, but I had never done it before. So I was like, just in case I don't like it, I don't want to lie on camera. So because y'all know y'all can spot it. So I said, I'll see. But yeah, blueberries. Who knew, right? Yeah, blueberries. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get the sprouts in the oven. I'm going to put it on the bottom rack just so I don't forget that I have something in the oven. Okay. Because we know I can make things more melanated than they need to be in the kitchen. Okay. All right. So we've got a nice hot grill. Okay. All right. Key thing about this, it needs to stay hot. Okay. I've got it on like 2. It's like a medium low almost. Okay. So to this quick marinade, get those chops in there. Oh, those are going to be so good. That is pretty. Honey, I wish you could smell it though. That right there. Who is? Look at that. Okay, we're not done. All right. Mix it well. Golly, that smells good. Okay, let that sit there. Just soak up, live up some of the juices, honey. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video so I can remember how much I told y'all to use, because that is perfection. I'm not just, I know. I mean, it sounds like I'm bragging on myself, but I'm not. I'm bragging on God. He's good. Because that, nothing short of a miracle. Look at this. Your quick marinade for your lamb chops. We're going to sear these babies about 3 minutes on each side. These are mine now. Okay. So, generally when you order lamb chops, you should get them medium rare. Okay. But some people like them more done. And I understand that. And that's fine. But for me in my house, hey, yeah. The lamb was slain once. Yes, we don't need to keep killing it. Okay. While I give that a couple minutes to soak up, what I want to do, because I'm still a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. But the point is, I want like a little something to dip my lamb chops in. So I'm gonna just do a quick little horseradish sauce. I know horseradish, you're like, I thought you said you wanted to be light. Yeah, it's gonna be on the side. Okay, I'm not putting it on there. But if I want to just put a little smear on top of a chop, okay, just roll with me. Okay, totally optional. So what I've got here is some prepared horseradish. Oh. Okay, now when we put these lamb chops on, the pan is gonna sear, but don't you fear. Okay, the pan is gonna sear, but don't you fear. Okay, get a little mayo. That is like, baby, why you keep grabbing all them spoons? I'm like, because 1 spoon was inside the turmeric, 1 spoon was inside the sugar. And, you don't want those flavors transferring from condiment to condiment. So, About equal parts horseradish and mayo. All right, and mix. I worked for a chef once, um, from Philly, as a matter of fact, and he would make a horseradish sauce and like slather on sandwiches. Oh, it was so good, so good. This is our horseradish sauce. That's it. Oh my goodness. It's got that little spicy kick. Yes, yes. But so good. Let's go ahead and get these chops on, baby. Are you ready? Right. Hear that? Yeah, that's what you want. Okay, turn it up. And when you put it in there, the pan is going to cool down. So now I'm turning it up. Yeah. One on that side. Yeah. I don't want to crowd the pan, okay? And when you put it in, make sure it's up, yes. But don't be in a hurry to turn it or peek under it. It is doing fine, okay? You need to fall back, give it some space. Quit trying to control stuff, all right? It's fine. Those capers in that marinade gave it like a special. Mm, mm, I'm excited. Hey, the website is sugarpearlsonline.com. Mm-hmm. YouTube is Sugar Pearls, just like it says right here. And Instagram is Sugar Pearls _ online. Yeah, you should check it out. Yeah, I'm I'm constantly posting stuff. You know. Oh, this recipe has very little salt. Like I said, it is simple, classic, kind of rustic. Um, Not a lot of salt. And the only powder spices we used were the powdered turmeric and the cumin and a little brown sugar. Like, this ain't rocket science, baby. It's just not. About a half a minute, I'll be ready to flip one of these. I think that one. Okay. Now I'm starting to get a little bit of. I wish I could show you, but I don't. I don't think I can. I wish I could see. Yeah. So you'll start to get like a little seepage of blood from the bone um, with these lamb chops, and that's fine. That's a good indicator. So when it starts to run, if it runs clear, then you've overcooked it. Okay, but now that it's running kind of red, I want to go ahead and flip it. Okay. Oh, that looks so doggone good. It just does. Oh my God, you've got the rosemary, the mint, um, The ginger. We've got ginger in there. Uh-huh. Yeah. Smelling good, baby. Smelling good, boo. Honey, tell folks every Friday we be around here eating good in the hood. We be, I'm trying to adjust your camera. Honey, one of these days, though. One of these days. Okay, let's get you looking. There we go. Remember that some of that fat that we kept along the backside, it's starting to melt. And when that happens, it's not only is it flavoring the pot that it's cooking in because it's melting down into it, but it's also flavoring even more that meat. And we're gonna get, my gosh, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so glad that I took Gordon Ramsay's advice and I put a little turmeric in that vinaigrette. Perfection. Perfection. All right, we're gonna be ready to plate. Ooh. I think the Brussels sprouts are done. And this is almost done. Honey, we're about to be eating good in the hood for real. Okay. I just want you to know. We had a little red wine. Oh gosh, that's gonna be so good and so tasty. And, you know, no, sometimes I like a little sweet chop, which is fine. I like a little like my little lipstick of lamb chops that I made, which is great. This is more, as I've used the word now 3 times, it's mine. Rustic. Okay, more rustic. All right. Oh yeah. Mm, mm. Oh, okay. I want to give that just a little more color. So it's still going at a relatively high. I'm going to turn the vent on so I won't be able to talk, okay, because it's mad loud. Turn it to oh, nice. I'm peeking this. Okay. So on the opposite side, all right, I'm going to move this over. When you get the color that you want, turn it off. Turn it off. Let it sit in the pan for a second. Okay. Let it sit there and and you know kind of come together. All right. We're gonna clean up a little bit. Clean up, clean up, everybody clean up. We used to sing that song to make my to make my nieces think they were doing something fun. So we would sing the song, clean up. All righty. Okay, make sure when you're cooking, you're cleaning as you go. You don't want oil on the eye starting the fire. Okay, so too much, I'll tell you. If it's a nice little compliment, then we'll roll with it. Okay? I think I should take the sprouts out. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Touch of oil and a little red pepper flakes. Okay. Just for color, honey. Don't know who's coming. Boom. Dr. Laka. All right, now I'm gonna find something cute to put it in. Ain't it loud? I told you. Hey. Get some sprouts. Oh, yeah. Easy cleanup. Look at that. Foil, parchment paper, you're good to go. Just get them in there. This is easy. We didn't do a whole lot of measuring, child. I mean, the only thing you really can't get around is the price of the lamb chops. It's just what it is, okay? Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. But we might be ready to eat. All right. Honey, this thing's so pretty. I'm not even doing so I told my niece that I wanted us to do fitness challenge. We haven't decided which one we're going to do yet, but in case she's watching, I just need you to know. All right. This is going to be my last meat dish for a minute. Because I'm going to have to make some serious changes. I have to. I could totally see how blueberries might go on that, Pat. Totally. That's good. The Brussels sprouts are nice and tender because we put them in the hot water first. Just kind of let them sit in there. We didn't even boil the water. It was just hot water. We let them sit in there for about 10 minutes. Took it out. We ran cold water on top of it perfectly. Let me show you how tender all the way through. Let me just show you. Okay? So that if you didn't like Brussels sprouts before, then I need to teach you to love them because they're good. They're just like little cabbage. Okay? Look at that. Fork in there. Tender. Mm-hmm. 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 Hot, hot, hot. Mm-hmm. Do you realize that we did something kind of fancy in under 45 minutes? Mm-hmm. It's done. I'm just waiting for the meat to cool down long enough so I can eat it. It's done. That was supposed to start. Just the lamb. Mm-hmm. I know. I know you do. Mm-hmm. That's it. Now this one right here, this is my pretty one right here. Look at this. Look at that caramelization. Look at that caramelization on that. Had them cleaved away from the bone. Are we ready? I'll do plating and stuff tomorrow, child. 1, 2. I got one more to cook, so. 3. Let me let that cool off for a second, okay? Because it's hot. Y'all, this is dinner. Because just because we in COVID and you can't go to your most favorite restaurants doesn't mean you can't eat good in the hood, honey. You better pay attention and do this stuff. Look at that. I'm gonna do it in slow motion for you, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. And we've got a little horseradish sauce right there to dip. I'm ready. How about you? My mom called me out last night because she was like, say amen. Yeah. Thank you. Amen. Oh, this is Easter my way. Okay. Just a veggie and lamb plate. It's enough. It's enough. You don't need to do the most. Where's the rice? We ain't got none. Where's the pasta? Where the macaroni? We ain't got none. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know we're gonna have some red velvet cake or something after this here to represent the blood of the lamb. We ain't gonna have no red velvet cake. Ain't got none. Why? Child. Mm, mm, mm. Blah. Mm, mm. Bookie, boo. I need to bring this close so you can see. Boom, 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 boom. If it's, that's enough. Okay. Here we go. Light lamb chop with um rosemary and lemon vinaigrette. My teeth went right through it. It's not over seasoned. Look at that. That's medium. That's medium. You don't want your lamb more than medium. Don't serve me no well done lamb. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Hollandaise. Not hollandaise. Mm. Horseradish sauce. Here we go. Very simple to make. Prepared horseradish and mayo. Make sure it's not too much. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Um, yeah, you want this. You want this. I barely have to use my teeth to bite it. Barely. If you don't make this for Easter Sunday, you still got time to go out to the Harris Teeter and get you some lamb chops, honey. You better get them. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Yeah, that is delicious. You want to make this. You want to make it. You probably want to make this for Sunday. I bet you do. This is the most beautiful thing I've eaten all month. It's so beautiful, so colorful, so fragrant. And I feel like I'm doing something healthy for myself. Mm, we shall see. In any case, honey, I want you to make this. It is absolutely delicious. It is not sweet, but it's more floral. It's got some floral notes to it. Delicious and light. Lamb chops my way. Mm-hmm. Behold the lamb. Until next time, honey, know that I love you. And I hope you love me back. Bye.